Hi guys, I'm back! Welcome back to my channel! I am so ridiculously happy right now to be back filming. It feels good. I feel... Excuse me, air freshener? I didn't ask for your opinion. So I am feeling really good today. I hope that you guys are feeling good today too. And today, it's a very cool day because we are going to be doing the manga tag, which I have heard is essentially kind of like the flipped version of just the anime tag, which I might do. I don't have a lot of like physical copies of anime. I normally have like digital copies for totally legal reasons. I was watching the Elite Ace and he did this tag and I thought it was pretty cool, so I'm gonna do the tag. I'm gonna leave the Elite Ace's channel down below and you should go check him out because he's a pretty cool kid. And well, he's not a kid, he's a man, but you know what I mean. In my magical book of magicalness, I have all of the questions written down because, you know, no school like old school. Let's get into the tag. So the first question is what is your first manga? Like, what was the first manga you ever got, picked up, read? There's a lot of ways to interpret this, but I'm going to say that it's the first manga that I read / bought because they're one and the same for me personally, and that is Gundam Wing Episode 0. Ground Zero. No, that's an actual thing, Caitlin. This is Episode 0. And this is essentially kind of Episode 0. It's how all of the pilots came together. If you don't know already, Gundam Wing is probably, it is my favorite anime / manga of all time. I am addicted. Duo Maxwell is my soulmate, just in case anyone was wondering. I love this. It is absolutely stunning. I really like the art in it, and it has a very comprehensive, I guess, story of how everyone kind of came together and came to be mobile suit pilots and all that. The next question is, what is the most expensive manga that you own? And for me, it is The Vampire Dahlia, and this manga, it was actually $16.95. It's expensive for this little tiny manga, but it is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The art in it is absolutely flawless. Let me make sure that I'm not opening to like a raunchy page. Okay, Anna. Just death and destruction. You can tell I have taken very, very good care of this manga. It's not like it's old, so there's wear on the spine, but I haven't like cranked it open or anything like that. It's my favorite. There's not a question for favorite standalone manga, but this is it. So the next question is, what is your least expensive manga? And for me, it is these two books because I got them at a yard sale. They're in like brand new condition. I think the person who I bought them from just didn't like them, or maybe their kid didn't read them or something like that. But these are the first two books in the Imadoki Nowadays series. I absolutely love this series. I actually read it in my school library, and they had pretty much all of them, so I figured I'd start picking them up, and I really do actually want to continue it because it's a very girly and whimsical and like high school love and all this stuff, but I absolutely loved this series, and I highly suggest, especially if you are a teenager, you're in high school, read this. It's really good. I like it. And these, I think I got them for like $1 for the both of them, so normally they're $10, I believe. Yeah. So the next question is, what is the most boring manga that you own? Which I kind of don't know why this is even a question, because why would you own something that's really boring? I don't know. I'm definitely one of those people that if there's a book that's boring to me, I just kind of repurpose it and like make it into like a craft or sell it or something along those lines. Maybe that's most boring manga, and I know this is not actually a manga. It's in the style of like a graphic novel, manga, comic. It's not actually manga. I know, please do not tear me apart, but it's the only thing I got. So it's Twilight. Yes, I bought this. I actually used my own money to buy this, and I don't know why. Well, I know why. It's because I was obsessed. I have a whole box downstairs full of nothing but Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn merchandise. Next question is, what is my favorite manga? And I'm really torn. I like so many. But I have to say that I think my favorite manga of all time is Vampire Game by Judal. And I have the entire series. It only had 15 books in it, only. And I was reading this like as it was coming out. Not the very first. I probably got up to like 5 or 6, and then they started to come out, and I was with them. And I absolutely love the premise of this book. I love, you know, the art is pretty standard art. I'm not gonna say it's horrible by any means. It is definitely your standard like anime manga art, and I really like it. It's very simple, and kind of the plot twists and turns are really intriguing, and I like the ending, even though obviously you never want it to end, but it has to. And so I highly suggest that if you like vampires, but not necessarily like straightforward vampires, like this isn't just like blah 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 sort of thing, like it has a good story to it. The fact that one of the characters is a vampire, it's almost like it plays into it, but at the same time it doesn't. So the next question is the most relatable manga that I own. I have to say I don't really read kind of your realistic manga, if there is such a thing. Probably my most realistic manga is Imadoki nowadays. It's just about a bunch of high school kids, but normally I tend to lean towards the fantastical side of anime and manga. I like magic, I like adventuring, I like vampires and werewolves and beasts and people who hug other people in the opposite gender and turn into animals. And so it's kind of hard to find a relatable manga, but probably my most relatable manga, at least the character, is Sanako from Wallflower. She's pictured on the back right here. She is the Wallflower, and I have read almost all of these, and I actually really like it. Of course, again, it's not realistic. I don't live in a mansion, and my aunt has gone away, and I have like 5 hunky men trying to make me into this like stunning, graceful, elegant lady. All of that stuff isn't in there, but I relate to Sanako, and I just think it's because she's awkward and clumsy, and she isn't this like lovely, bright, day-dwelling creature. Like, she has this kind of like people thing going on, which a lot of times I will admit I have. I'm not this like, I'm not necessarily this like outgoing super like person. I kind of seem that way, but that's because like I'm in my own home and like half of my clothes are pajamas. So the next question is, what is a manga that is actually based off of an anime? And I believe that my Mobile Suit Gundam Wing mangas are based off of an anime. I believe that Gundam Wing was an anime, and then they put out little one-shot sort of things. I guess one-shot is not good when talking about manga and anime. Episodes. Oh, this one is Ground Zero. I knew I wasn't totally crazy. Only slightly. Oh, totally, please correct me if I'm wrong. It has been it has been a minute since I have really read any manga or watched anime, unfortunately, you know, life. But I have a hair on my nose. But I believe that Gundam Wing was first an anime, I think. I'll probably correct myself if I'm wrong, so you don't have to. Be nice. So the next question is, what is the rarest manga that I own? And I don't necessarily own any like super special edition rare manga. Maybe you can consider the Vampire Dahlia kind of in that rare zone. I've never even heard another person talk about it. I've never met another person who's read it before, like the people who are into reading like manga and watching anime and stuff like that. I've never heard anybody else talk about it, but it's already going to be in another answer, so I don't want to like include it in this one too. So I'm actually going to say Model by Lee So Young. And I have never met another person who has read this manga. I have up until 7. I think I've either been waiting for 8 to come out, or maybe it's come out and I just haven't had a chance to order it yet. But I think 8 is the last one. Again, I'll probably correct myself if I'm wrong, but I have never met another person who has read this, who has heard of this. I used to go to like anime club and stuff like that, and nobody had ever heard of this manga before, and it's really good. Again, kind of vampire-y, but the art in this is so amazing. So amazing. I love it so much. Next question is, what's the most popular anime series that I own? And I think I have to say it's Black Lagoon. I know that Black Lagoon, I believe, was on like Adult Swim or Toonami at Night or whatever it was called. And I think a lot of people have heard of Black Lagoon. I really like Black Lagoon. I think it's a very good anime, and I really like the manga. And yeah, I think that's the most popular one that I have, because every other one I don't really think other people have heard of necessarily. But yeah, I think this is the most popular one that I have. Next question is, what is the most damaged manga that you own? And unfortunately for me, it is again episode 0, and that is simply because, let me see if I can find it for you. I have a little brother who's a bit of a punk, and who decided that it would be awesome to stick gum in between the pages of my manga. And so now I have like a lovely hole in my manga. And it's obviously, like, this thing is beat to hell. Like, the thing's coming off. My lighting changed drastically all of a sudden. Anyway, hopefully you can see me better. And yeah, this thing is just, it's crinkled. This thing went to school with me like every single day for like 5 months, because it is the only graphic novel that I had at the time, and I just kept reading it and rereading it and rereading it. This thing has fallen to bits, and I absolutely love it. The next question is, what manga has the most amazing art? I kind of already told you this, but it's the Vampire Dahlia for me. I love, 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 love the art in this manga. Like, it is absolutely stunning. It's very unique as well, because you don't just have, it's almost like kind of like abstract, and at the same time, you understand what's going on. I don't know, I love this style, just this very almost like abstract. Oh, she's gonna bite him. So that's my pick for that one. The next question is, what is the oldest published manga that I own? And for me, it is Magic Knight Rayearth. I absolutely love this series. I have Rayearth, and I have all 3 books in the first series, and I have the second series. I absolutely love them. The anime, I can't remember if it was like a series or a movie. I can't remember, but that was actually pretty decent. They did a pretty decent job of adapting it. It was okay. And you know what? I just thought of something. My very first manga that I ever read was not episode 0. It was a random episode. I think it was like 12 or 13 of Ranma Half. I don't know if it was Ranma and a Half or if it was Ranma Half. I don't know. But it was the one where he gets water poured on him and he turns into a woman. Remember that one? This was published in 1993 and I think that the art is beautiful. I really love the premise of it, and I just love the idea of kind of it as a coming of age story almost, and I love the premise that there's 3 girls who are kind of on opposite ends of the spectrum coming together, and it's just, I really, really like this. The next question is the newest published manga that you own. And for me, it is, again, it's more on the graphic novel side. It may not be considered an actual manga, but I'm going to include it because it's pretty much all I have. And it is the 4th Dark Hunter novel. I am not sure if there's any more of these out, unfortunately. I will link them down below if they are, as I will with everything else if I can find it. But this is the newest one I have. This was published in 2011, so that's showing you, that just tells you it's been a minute since I've read a manga. Liked it. It was a pretty good adaptation. Obviously, they have to take out a lot of the interesting parts to adapt it to a audience-friendly manga, and even still they gave it 13+, and I think that they could have gone further and they could have really Sin City'd it and just gone the full Monty and made it 18+ and done that. But I know that Sherilyn Kenyon's trying to reach a wider audience, that sort of thing. Which, you know, if, as parents, if you like the Dark Hunter series and you want your children to be able to, or, you know, your child to be able to enjoy the Dark Hunter series without all the tete-a-tete in it, graphic novel, it's pretty good. The last question is, what is the most recent manga that I have purchased? And for me, even though this is not the most, the newest volume of it, for me it is Vassalord Volume 4? 4? Yep. 4. And I absolutely love Vassalord. It is very, very weird. There's some sort of robot dude who's also a vampire who feeds off of this other guy who may or may not be a vampire, and there's little nuns, and there's a lot going on in here, and I mean sometimes I don't even know what's going on. Really, really like it, and if you have never heard of Vassalord, you should go check it out because it is really, really good. Well, now that I've gone through all those, I really want to go out and spend my entire paycheck on manga now. Also, oh man, I want to go and I want to watch anime. I want to go and do the anime tag, and I want to watch anime. I want to watch Tenchi Muyo. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh! Yu Yu Hakusho. Inuyasha, Bubblegum Crisis, Akira. It's bringing me back. I want to read My Hime again. Woo! That was a dirty manga. Oh man. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed watching this, and I hope that you enjoyed going on this manga journey with me today. I tag all of you who are into reading manga to do this tag. Make sure that you tweet me your tags, and my Twitter name is right here. So that I can go and I can see them and I can share them as well, because I love giving love to you guys. Also, we're almost at 50 subscribers, which is absolutely crazy. I only need 3 more. So make sure that if you have not hit that subscribe button already, make sure that you hit that subscribe button for lots more nerdy videos, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!